All right, folks, welcome back for part 2 of getting a bartending job. All right, so in this video, we're going to focus on how to get an education, to get the basic knowledge that you'll need to become a bartender. So with that, what I would say is bartending courses or classes are one route you can take. I took a union bartending class when I was in Vegas to become a bartender on the strip. You need to be a union bartender and you need to take a 4-week course. Now, while I will say that that was excellent, I've heard horror stories about private run bartending classes and courses. I'm not saying don't take the ones that are in person, but a lot of them, I would do your research into those classes before you take them. Most restaurants and bars that are hiring bartenders don't care whether or not you went to bartending school. They focus more on you having the knowledge, the speed, efficiency, and most importantly, the personality to be a bartender. So with that being said, if you want to take a bartending course, I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying there are better, less expensive ways of getting the knowledge and practical practice that you'll need. So first direction I would go for this is definitely there are some books that you should have. Some ones right off the top of my head. Mr. Boston Book of Cocktails, that's been around for 70 years. It is the same as the not so great mixers that they put out, but that book has been around forever, and the mixers that they used to put out were much better back in the day. So Mr. Boston's a great one. Gifford's Guides to Classics is a great one. The Savoy Cocktail Book is another good one. Those are all over 50 years old. Some of them from the early 1900s. They are great for getting your classic cocktail knowledge down. The internet, of course. Just make sure the source on the internet is great. The IBA, International Bartenders Association, has all the official builds of classic cocktails. There's over 200 on there. So if you don't feel like going out and buying a book, IBA has an official website with the official builds of classic cocktails. So that being said, some other books and just learning about mixology and bartending in general. Some really good ones are Death & Co. has a book. Katana Kitten has a book. There's one more and it's not coming to me. Death & Co. Oh, PDT, Please Don't Tell, has another great book. Any book by Alex Day. He's a modern day master when it comes to mixology. But again, those first 3 I mentioned, plus the IBA website, especially if you're going to get your first bartending job, are going to be essential. They're going to give you the knowledge you need to know, basics such as margaritas, Manhattans, mojitos. There's so many different variations of martinis, Vespers, old fashions. Yeah. Definitely those first 3 books, the Savoy Cocktail Book, Gifford's Guide, Mr. Boston's Guide, and the IBA official website, International Bartenders Association. So those are some options. I already spoke a little bit about on the formal training from bartending schools. I'm not high on them. I will say, study up yourself. If you know people in the industry, ask them if you can come behind the bar, observe them, go to bars, ask questions, not on Friday night at 7 p.m. But if you're there at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday and you want to know how they make a margarita or why this goes with that and their mojito tastes different from this mojito, why is that? That's what I would say is the best route. There are bartending schools out there that are good. In my area, there's not many. Manhattan, which is close enough to me, has a couple good ones. I don't have a suggestion for a bartending school, but there are great online classes. Some of them are free. Some of them cost a little bit of money. I actually have an online class as well that introduces 6 basic cocktails. How you shake a drink, how you pour a drink, how you use a jigger, how you use a pour spout. I obviously think that I do a good job in it, as I've been doing it for 20 years, and what I'm giving you is practical advice. Whereas some bartending schools are going to teach you how to make drinks that haven't been made in 40 years. Harvey Wallbangers, things like that. Learn the drinks that are going to be made today and go in with that knowledge, and that's going to be more useful to you than sitting in the class with 40 people and having an instructor give you outdated information.